Given an array of integers and an integer target, return the indices of two numbers such that they add up to target. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution, and you may not use the same element twice. You can return the answer in any order. Okay. 2, 7, 11, 15. They are not sorted in any ways, so I would not use a two-pointed approach. 2, 7, 11, and 15. One thing, okay, the brute force approach would be to just sweep once and add another sweep for each element I access. So I'm going to have a for loop within a for loop, so it's going to be big O of n square. That's my brute force approach. So what I'm going to do is first I'll access 2, and then I'll go see access 7, 11, and 15, and every time I add them together to see if they make up to the target. So I can think of a way to improvise this, but I'm going to use an extra space or a data structure to help me on hash maps. Since there is a guarantee that there will be a solution, we can use this. An integer target. So my idea would be to go and look at each element in nums, subtract the remaining complementary part which will add up to the target. For example, I am accessing 2. What I will do is, since 2 is not in the dictionary before, it wasn't there, I'm going to do 9 minus 2, which will be 7, and store this in the hash map. So every time I access a new element in nums, I will check, hey, have I seen this remaining part of a number before that will add up to the target? If yes, then I'm going to return the indices immediately. And let's look at the constraints. So the array length can go up to 10 to the power of 4, 10,000 elements. Then I would think, big O of n square would fail. And what else? Each element is a long integer. Since Python doesn't have any constraints like that, I'm free to use just a variable, and Python will take care of it for me. And the same applies to the target. And there's only one valid answer, so I can immediately return as soon as I find the complementary part in the hash map. Okay, so let's code this up. I would like to take a note of how long my array is, and then I'm going to call a dictionary called lookup. So this line of code says if the number that I'm currently accessing, for example 2, is not in the lookup, if it doesn't exist in the dictionary, I'm going to look for its complementary number that will add up to the target minus numbers of 5. This is the complement, and I'm going to add that to the dictionary. And I'm going to store the index as the value, and the key will be the complement. So now I'm looking for the part where I would return the answer. So if I've reached 7 and I see 7 in the lookup, then I'm going to return a complement and oh shit. Okay, so let me explain this again. If I see the number I, the complement, in the lookup, the key value will be the index of the other half. So I'm going to return them nums of I comma lookup of nums of I. Return -1 comma -1. This will hit in case if there's no solution found, but there's guaranteed to be a solution. I'm just going to add this for safety, and it'll help me debug